welcome to the 22nd Talladega, Texaco Walk of Fame, memory of Davey, Allison. I want everybody to participate in this because we'll get off to a really good start. You all know what happens in Victory Lane, driver wins. Clint knows this. They get the pictures, the cameras, everybody's ready, and what do? All the teams go 1, 2, 3, woo! So that's what we're going to do. On my count, everybody has to give the one sign. Victory Lane. Y'all participate or I'm going to look really bad normally. 1, 2, 3. Was that pretty good?
I am so thankful to be here. I'm thankful for the City Council giving me an opportunity to serve in this role. I'm thankful for the citizens for giving me the opportunity to serve. Since its first induction in 1995, the Talladega Walk of Fame at Davey Allison Park has honored NASCAR's greatest names and paid tribute to the legendary NASCAR of Famer Alabama native Davey Allison. As city manager, I knew it was critical to revive the park, but without the help of so many dedicated, hard-working citizens, it would have been impossible to do. Sincere thanks to all of you who have made this day possible. I'm so proud to celebrate the first Talladega Walk of Fame induction ceremony to be held in nearly 10 years. I would like to acknowledge the Allison family. Woo! Woo! And of course, I would like to acknowledge NASCAR and Fox analyst and two-time Talladega Speedway winner Clint Boyer. That's a nice jacket that looks like my size. And Talladega Walk of Fame co-founder Ken Allen Sr., who have the vision to create this space where great drivers can be recognized and honored. I have the privilege of my office being right here, and it can be some stressful days when people call about potholes. And I get to come out and just walk and look at this Hall of Fame park. But also, I have to say that I like to thank our sponsors, First Bank of Alabama, Talladega Bottling Works, RK Allen Oil, Hall of Heroes, City Council supporting this. So I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. Thank Talladega College, my alma mater. And it's just a tremendous opportunity to be here to serve. I get this from Dr. Massia, president of AIDB. This is the most diverse community that we have. We have the deaf and blind community. We have a sincere amount of races here, and we're just all one together, and we're going to continue to build this community back together. And that's what I love about it. Thank you.
The man that I'm going to introduce to you, if it wasn't for him, there would be no Walk of Fame. You know, I know there was a lot of people involved, a lot of money changing hands, Texaco and everything else, but this man is responsible for this park. And he's not looking for hoopla or anything, but I think we ought to give him a standing ovation. His name is Ken Allen Sr. Certificate of Induction, Talladega Walk of Fame, Davey Allison Memorial Park, Ken Allen Sr. for having the vision to honor Davey Allison's legacy and enrich our city by co-founding a park that represents Davey's home track. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
This thing started back in '93, somewhere in that neighborhood. And, excuse me, it was a vision of myself and Peggy and Benny McGee. You've been over most of this stuff. But anyway, that was where it was originally started, and it just grew from there. But what I'd like to talk about right now would be the revival of it. It's coming back.
Yeah.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the Talladega City Council, city manager. Y'all met him. Yeah, and Jimmy Williams, he's put a lot into this. Kevin Smith has just done a super job, and that's what has brought this thing back to where it's going to get started again. And I'd like to thank them. I appreciate y'all.
Miss Al, you want to come take the microphone for a minute? I think you should.
Is anybody ready for racing? That's what I want to say.
And one quick thing is, I want to just please acknowledge Brian Crichton for being here, CEO of the track. Thank you.
Thank you, City of Talladega, and thank you very much, Ken. I got to talk about somebody else now. Back when we were all racing really hard, some guys came from the Midwest and tried to break into our territory. They had a pretty rough time of it. But this guy here, he comes, he's more polite than the rest of them. He's a different person and a damn good race car driver and a pretty good television commentator. And anyway, for anything else to say, I'm proud to have Clint Boyer in the Talladega Walk of Fame, Texas Walk of Fame. Clint, will you come on up here? I'll turn it over to you. I'll let you do the talking.
Well, first of all, you got to have a pioneer, right? Pioneers of our sport that paved the way for an old kid from Kansas to even have a shot at this. So, thank you, Donnie. There's racetracks and then there's Talladega, and that's gospel. From where I came from, Daytona was cool and all, but there's only one of the biggest and the baddest, and that's this place right here. And first and foremost, I want to say the community aspect of that. For generations, not only have you guys built the biggest and baddest racetrack of all time, you kept it. You kept it alive, you kept the atmosphere there, you kept the fans coming back year after year, and that takes a community and all of you guys, so you should be proud. I want to thank you for doing that. All of you guys. That Walk of Fame, the name that's over it, Davey, Allison. When you get into a sport, there's a couple guys that you really wish you'd have had a chance to meet, and Davey was certainly one of them. I met certainly the character of Donnie and Bobby and the Alabama gang, Red Farmer. How many times I've been to the dirt track with him over the years, across the street having fun. But again, it takes you back to that family heritage and those pioneers that made all this possible. And not only did I get this opportunity this weekend, my man Russell, he calls and says you're going to drive Davey Allison's car parading on the racetrack. So that is probably one of the coolest things I've ever heard in my life. When those words were spoken to me, I'm like, man, I cannot wait to get in that thing. How many years that I've seen that? Old Larry Mack, on television, we all hear Larry Mack and tell me about all the years I did this, I did that. What he did do was but built that car to the 92 win here at Talladega with Davey Allison as a driver, and heard a lot of those stories, and that's the car that I get to drive, after all these stories and everything. But Russell, actually, you drove the car today, right? Who in the heck allowed that to happen? I mean, I cannot believe somebody pulled the trigger on that deal. It must have been you. I'd say you made that call. But anyway, I'm really excited to get in that car, but nothing makes me more excited than getting to this racetrack. I'm telling you guys, that sea of fans, that wall of fans, when you come off of 4, it literally, you're like, it takes your breath away, and it makes you want to go out there and charge to the front and lead that line off of turn 4 and have that magical push to that a little bit skewed start-finish line, I will say. A couple times I come off of 4 and I thought, man, I got him. Uh-oh. is. It's on down the straightaway. So that makes another thing that makes this track unique is that start-finish line. And again, you got to be careful. Don't get that magical push too soon. That magical push. Looking forward to watching these guys do work this weekend. Got a call, again, about a month ago, and they tell me my boss from L.A., Eric Shanks, says, what do you think about Dale Jr.? I'm like, well, I mean, you know, he's pretty good. I think he's won a lot at Talladega, but where are you going with this? He says, I think he could join you in the booth at Talladega. Would you be okay with that? And I'm like, yes, absolutely, do it. So had a lot of banter back and forth. I actually drove my bus over here this weekend so I could hang out with all them rowdy fans at Talladega, right? And as I was coming through Atlanta, he calls, so we got a chance to connect and kind of get on the same page, preview the weekend, if you will. Homework, I'm not really good at homework, you know, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory my whole career. Go to the end of the straightaway, turn left, do it again, do it again, do it again, you get back to start-finish line, right? That's how I made my living. But when you got to talk about all those guys, Donnie, doing all that stuff, you actually got to do a little bit of homework, which wasn't really my strong suit. But nonetheless, I'm looking forward to having him in the booth and watching, you know, who else gets that magical push. You know, Bubba Wallace, we had him win the race last year, and you know, what a big win that was for our sport and for him. We've had a lot of new winners this year, you know, so I think that Tyler Reddick, he was literally one corner away from victory last weekend at Bristol. I can't wait to see him get up there and try to do, oh man, I saw that Kyle Busch fan. Look at you own that, like, I saw you right there. He literally backed into that one. Anybody that's been following along knows that Kyle Busch ran his mouth a few weeks ago about Alex Bowman winning, and then lo and behold, came back to bite him last weekend. So that's what's fun about our sport, right? You got to be careful who you pop off to, because it's going to come right around the corner and bite you in the butt. But that's what it's all about. Again, just want to thank you guys. What a beautiful community, beautiful downtown. You guys have, man, you've done a great job. Beautiful night. And obviously a beautiful park, and I can't believe that, I'm sorry that my ugly mug's going to be over there on one of those plaques, but you know, make sure you keep the birds away from the trees close to that one if you would. I'd like to keep that sharp and shiny so I can come back here and bring my kids and show them from year to year. So, man, I won't ramble on anymore. I hope that I get to see each and every one of you this weekend. Again, be proud of this racetrack. It is the biggest, the baddest of them all, and every one of these competitors cannot wait to get out there in a racetrack and do battle for all you guys. I mean, there ain't very many racetracks that have a song wrote about them. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, we need to get Eric Church to come here and sing that song one of these days. Maybe I can work on that. But you know, again, you guys should be proud as we are of coming here. And the band, you guys sounded awesome. Yeah. Huh? Yeah. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Leonard Skinnard is coming to play tonight, so that'll be a good party. Do not run away at all. Stay right here. Grab you a beverage. Maybe the band can join them. I don't know. That'd be cool. You guys know Leonard Skinnard? Yeah.
Two-time Talladega champion.
I am.
Won 2 times at Talladega.
Yep.
Now you're
I've crashed about 102 times at Talladega, but I did win it twice.
you won twice. That's all that matters, right? And now you're newly inducted into the Talladega Walk of Fame.
Yes.
You just walked around this park. Mr. Allen here helped create. What do you think about this in Talladega, Alabama?
Well, first and foremost, it's beautiful, right? And it's in the name of Davey Allison, one of my heroes. I loved, you know, his passion for the sport, the way he drove, and the way he treated his fans. You know, I mean, I think that's first and foremost when you think about Davey and the impact he really made. The impact he made on those fans was just incredible, and we all strive to try to do the same thing and fit that mold. But man, those are tough shoes to fill for sure. This Walk of Fame is beautiful, first and foremost. Very honored to have my name and plaque, Ugly Mug, as a part of it. I apologize on the Ugly Mug part, it's all I got. But to go in with the likes of the Alabama gang, right? Red Farmer, Bobby Allison, all the Allison. Then I looked over and I saw, oh, Jeff Gordon, come on. I was the booth mate. It's cool to see my old buddy Jeff Gordon in it, Darrell Waltrip, Kevin Harvick, Brad Keselowski has some new guys. And then, Robert Yates is right there, one of my heroes again. So just a cool racetrack, a cool place.